Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Steven here with Team Euphoric, and today I'm going to be explaining two possible reasons why you are failing on the carnivore diet. I see this a lot in various carnivore groups where a lot of people are not seeing the results that they would like, and a lot of people they overemphasize the importance of the diet itself. And two things that often get overlooked: one is going to be sleep, and two is going to be movement. So, with regard to sleep, it's very important that you are getting an adequate amount of sleep. There is a very, very small percentage of the population that could function optimally on less than 6 hours sleep. For the average person, anywhere from 7 to 9 hours is going to be optimal. And if you do not get enough sleep, what's going to happen is ghrelin, your hunger hormone, is going to be elevated. And the other thing with ghrelin is, aside from being your hunger hormone, it's also linked to poor decision making. So if you get a poor night's sleep, you're going to be less likely to make a good decision first thing in the morning, and it's going to make it a lot easier for you to either crave bad foods or give into those cravings. And also, if you do not get enough sleep over a long enough period of time, eventually what's going to happen is your cortisol levels are going to increase, your estrogen is going to increase, and your testosterone is going to decrease. So you want to make sure that you are getting an adequate amount of sleep every single day. And then the second reason why a lot of people do fail is because of movement. Movement is very, very important. We were designed to move. That's what our muscles do. Our muscles contract and relax. When they contract, it causes us to move. So, with regard to movement itself, if you take a look at any picture of people on the beach in the 1950s, you're not really going to see a lot of overweight people, because in the 1950s, people moved a lot more than we do today. People didn't just sit around at desks all day and drive. If you wanted to go get your groceries, you had to actually walk to the grocery store, or you had to ride your bicycle to the grocery store, and you had to carry those bags with your hands all the way home, or put it in your bike, which made it a little bit more difficult to ride your bike back home. Whereas today, you could either have your groceries delivered directly to your house, or you could just drive to the grocery store, put them in your trunk, and then you don't really have to do much movement at all. Same thing with regard to chores. If you're looking at chores, back in the 1950s, people didn't have these really light Teflon coated pans to cook all their food. They used these really, really heavy cast iron pots and pans. If you're using heavier pots and pans, you're going to be using more energy, which means you're going to be burning a lot more calories throughout the course of the day. So using something like cast iron as opposed to a light Teflon pan, people were burning more calories back in the 1950s. Other things like other types of chores, for example, mowing the lawn. Right now we have these electric lawnmowers. All you need to do is just grab a hold of the handle and the lawnmower is going to move itself. As opposed to back in the 50s, people didn't have these automatic lawnmowers. They were manual. You had to actually push it yourself. The blades would rotate, and those are just a few of the things that would end up causing us to burn more calories back in the day. So you want to make sure that if you want to see the best results on the carnivore diet, your diet alone is not going to be good enough. You need to make sure that you're getting an adequate amount of sleep and that you are moving. With regard to sleep, a few things that you could do is a pre-bed ritual to calm yourself down before bed. A few of the things that I like to get my clients and patients to do is, number one, write a grateful log. So in that grateful log, you want to have 3 questions that you're going to ask yourself and answer in that grateful log. Number one is, what is something that somebody did for me today that I am thankful for? Number 2, what did I do for somebody else today that I am happy that I was able to help somebody else with? And number 3 is, what am I grateful for today? Answer those questions. It's going to calm you down, put you into more of a parasympathetic state. It's going to make it easier for you to fall asleep. The other thing you could do is make sure that your bed is in a nice, cool environment. You don't want it to be too hot. You don't want it to be too cold. If it is too hot, you're going to be sweating. You're not going to be able to get a good night's sleep. If it's too cold, you're going to be shivering like crazy. It should be cool enough that a nice light blanket is all you're going to need, and you're not going to be sweating throughout the day. And then one of the final things that you can do is make sure that you are sleeping in a pitch black environment. You can use blackout curtains if you have any types of windows in your room. Remove all electronics. You want to try and eliminate any type of light that's going to be emitting from those things. And you also want to try to avoid using things like your phone or computers before bed. A couple hours before bed, try to eliminate all that, because the blue light that's going to be emitting from those screens could throw off your body's production of melatonin, which is going to make it more difficult for you to fall asleep. And that's what you can do in terms of improving your sleep quality. In terms of improving your movement, you want to stick to natural movements. If it's your goal just to maintain a nice, healthy body, and you're not really too concerned with physical performance or something like bodybuilding, you want to do your natural functional movements. That's going to be things like your squat, your push, your pull, your bend, your lunge, your twist, your gait patterns, and you want to try and mimic the movements that you are doing in your everyday life. So with regard to the squat pattern, most of the time when you squat, you're going to be going down to pick something up, and then you're going to be picking it up and you're going to have the weight in front of you. So as opposed to something like a barbell squat, you could do something like a goblet squat. And I did a video a few months back and also a few years back of more functional movements, better for the everyday person as opposed to performance-based movements. So if you are somebody who is just a regular person, you're not trying to compete in the Olympics or a particular sport, you just want to improve your movements of your everyday quality, I'm going to include a link in the top right-hand corner of this video. So go ahead and click on that if you are looking for movement ideas. And then I also have a playlist with over 400 different workouts that you could check out if you need some ideas for workouts. That will also be included right up over here in the top right-hand corner. But those are the two things. If you are failing on the carnivore diet, make sure you're getting enough sleep and make sure that you are moving enough.
Thanks for hanging around until the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like the video and comment down in the comment section, as it would really help out with the algorithm. And also share this video so we can help get this information out to as many people as possible. And also subscribe to the channel by clicking on the icon in the bottom right-hand corner and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the videos. For those of you interested in health optimization, you can check out the video in the top right corner where I discuss the 6 foundation principles. And for those of you interested in optimizing your performance, then consider becoming a member. It's only $5 per month, and you get a ton of perks, including exclusive access to this program design lecture series playlist above my head.